Don't make me come over and slap you with a broom. I'm running out of brooms.
Well, that's your own damn fault.
Brooms are expensive.
Yeah, I know. That one was like $14 friggin'.
Yeah.
How long before you break that one on my ass?
I got a bat in my belfry. I don't know how he got himself way up in there. But there he is. He almost got a flat bar in the face.
You feeling a little batty today?
Yeah, he just woke him up, I think. Here's Dave destroying my camp.
And he won't let me use the tractor this time.
Nope. Alrighty, so, well, we're waiting on next trip to get here to get another chunk of plywood. We can actually frame up some wall.
He hopes.
Don't see why not. We got rugged studs.
Where?
So, stashed away from last year when I bought them, I got all kinds of 2x6s, and they're stashed in the shed. So they've been nice and dry and out of the sun. So we've got a bunch of studding material, so the west wall can get framed up, and we'll start working on that. What are you doing, kid? Gee, I was big when I do that.
You said you got some cutters there, right?
I got cutters.
A spot for me to store potatoes.
Yep,
Nice.
that's exactly why I say it.
Nice. What makes that nut? Oh.
Just to make a hole in from the side of it. So what we're doing, Dave's having fun destroying stuff.
What I'm good at.
Yeah. We're getting to the top of the roof here so we get a profile so we can figure out some measurements to do wall studding. So that when the new roof goes on, everything comes out in the right place. That's the
We
plan.
want a 1/2 inch space, one higher than the other.
Yeah.
Oh, hell.
Keep life interesting.
No wonder it's falling apart.
Why is that?
You realize that's only 7/16?
Probably. Well, it's all framed completely out of 2x4, so.
2x4, and what is that? 48 on center.
A cheap building, Dave.
That's either 48 or 36 or 48 on center in there.
Yeah, that was a cheap thrown together portion.
I think we need to do wouldn't probably hurt to do a video on the differences between like an Amish built like I've got,
Yeah.
and then on the big mega barn dealers.
Yeah.
In construction techniques, because you couldn't pay me to buy one built like this.
Yeah, this one the price was right.
The price was right on this one,
Oh yeah.
but it might not hurt because if somebody's watching the videos and they want to maybe try to do this, let's give them some ideas on some starting points.
Yeah, we can do that. Well, get back to work.
Yeah, right. You think I ever started?
Nope. We're doing the meeting at the mines.
He's still trying to wait for the mines to show up.
Yeah, they're absent. Not present presently.
They just flew off with a bat.
Yeah, yeah. So the original building has a moisture problem. Not this time of year, but in the winter time. You get moisture inside from water, people, breathing, whatever. And really noticed that with people and cats in there last winter.
Oh, propane itself, when
Yep.
it got so bad in the wintertime when it was really freaking cold. On the other end of the old building, there's a porch. And it would be raining and building up an ice block from where it would all condense back out and drip through that covered porch, to give you an idea how bad it is. And I'm pretty sure if we look, there's that fun black moldy stuff.
Yeah, so we gotta deal with that issue. Because the way this is built right now, the roof is not vented. And there's no ridge vent, there's no soffit vents. Basically, it's a 2x4 framed building everywhere. The roof is 2x4, The insulation is just stuffed up in there. And then it was covered in tongue and groove.
Looks pretty.
Yeah, yeah, it looks awesome, but there's no way for moisture to get out. So we're just kind of battling it out in our heads on how to deal with that, because as this addition goes on, now is the time to be dealing with that issue.
Or at least planning ahead.
Yep. Because this new part, whether it's metal roof or asphalt shingles, is easy to vent it. But the other half needs to be dealt with too. So we're getting her hammered out.
It's Maine. It's all about cousinly love.
You done whining yet?
I'm waiting for my cheese ration to go with it.
I have cheese and crackers over to the house. You want some?
A little cheese that wine? Would you hurry up and screw that on there? Yeah.
That sounds about good. That sounds good about now.
Yeah, 20 minutes later, we get a fake rafter up there.
Yep, it's a great big restaurant. It's rugged.
It's a rugged rafter,
Yes, rugged rafter.
just like the rugged studs.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's good.
So we made a fake rafter and put it right up with the sheathing. So now we know where the bottom of it's going to be for sure, so we can figure out a bird's mouth, so we know where our top plates are going to land. So we're basically going to build the wall from the top down, kind of, sort of, but not really.
But I'm not a carpenter.
Nope.
Yes, you are.
It's my idea to build it from the top down so we can get it right.
I'm a flipping mechanic. Don't ask me why I got the level in the pen.
So I don't have to do it. Because we don't want to just take a measurement and then build the wall and put it up and then start putting rafters on and have this much of a discrepancy between the old roof and the new roof or something like that. We want everything to come out right.
How
So
big of a bird's mouth do you want to sit on that wall?
a big one. This big. Whatever looks good. So Dave's figuring out the bird's mouth.
That look like a big enough bird's mouth?
Looks like a bird's mouth.
Does he look birdie enough?
Tweet, tweet.
Boom!
I can start capping rounds. That would get your attention. So we got the vertical in the right place, right?
Yep.
Yep. You did all right on the deck, so don't screw up anything here. Don't make me come over and slap you with a broom. I'm running out of brooms.
Well, that's your own damn fault.
Brooms are expensive.
Yeah, I know. That one was like $14 friggin'.
Yeah.
How long before you break that one on my ass?
I don't know. So we got a spacer block on the top. He's holding up, which emulates, well, one of the top plates. There'll be another top plate on the top. Then we got our stud. We're only gonna have one bottom plate, and then that's emulating two top plates, so it's just kind of upside down. Distance is distance.
We're pretending we're French.
Yeah. So at the moment, everything jives.
Or is
So,
that Russian and not French?
something? So we know we have a good stud length, and everything is going to come out right. So now we can start chopping them up. Equate. That's a big word.
Well, isn't that like a sugar substitute as well?
Yeah, I think so.
You and I really wouldn't know about sugar substitutes.
Not yet.
Most of us know.
Maybe next week.
We're very comfortable with sugar.
You think?
12, 12, and 8.
Didn't come out right, did it? So we're marking out bottom plate and a top plate same time here. Get it measured, get it marked, then come back with the square and draw a line right straight across.
With currency, it's not watermarked.
Starting to get some rugged studs.
Yeah, these are the really rugged ones.
Yeah.
These are the ones that'll turn you into a stud you lift a knuckle.
Ain't gonna be long when we have a wall together here. Oh, okay.
You want to hand me one of them 8s?
Okay. I got the bottom plate all nailed on. Oops. Well,
Alright, you know better.
here we go. Gonna stand this baby up.
Come on, Manny. Let's see you try it by yourself.
And take everybody to lift this baby. Well, we got her stood up. It went pretty easy. Had all 4 of us, Dave and me in the middle, and the girls on either end. Went right up.
He didn't tell you he gave it a few little blue pills first.
Well, I think that is looking pretty good. Got holes for 3 windows. Still have to do the framing for them. But that's all right. We'll probably get that done tomorrow morning. See you then. Spending money, spending money. Got more nails. 2 3/8 Galvies brights and 3.5 brights. Yeah, they don't give those away. Yep. Okay, we've measured and we've cut 1 stud.
Well, that's our problem. We haven't cut 4 times.
Yeah.
And it's still too short.
Nah.
We've cut 4 times, it's still too short. Yeah, no shit. Sounds like some of the people I've worked with.
So we're doing a dry fit. Does it look right?
It will work. It's right between the 2 lines. So we're within an 1/8.
Oh yeah, that ain't bad.
Which is still well within the criteria for a hair.
We're back for some more fun and adventure here. I just finished off the deck strip. So that wall is ready to stand when I have some hands to help me get it up there. And we'll do in the end wall. You know, if you have the inkling of building anything, I mean anything, or you want to get in the woods, do whatever, go off grid, you might want to get a move on it because stuff is not cheap. And we're not made of money. This has been right here on this site for me has been 4 years in the making. And Dave and crew have been here a little over a year. It's been a lot of work. And dumped a lot of money in it. And still quite a long ways to go. So, you know, if you got plans of, hey, I want to do something like this or that down the road, you know, in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, stuff ain't gonna get no cheaper. So you might want to start busting a move. If you've watched any of the previous videos, if you're seeing this on YouTube, you're kind of picking up a little late here. Everything from the previous year plus, about the last 14 months, is on Rumble. Feel free to go check that out. Same channel name, Katahdin Maine Homestead. We got a sawmill. sawmill works great. We built a chicken coop from lumber right off this property. Problem is, you know, this is all store-bought, and the problem is trying to get stuff done in a hurry. To go out here on the property, find the lumber, get it to the mill it out, let it get dried, and then use it. Time is not on our side right now. The 1st of August, leaves are already turning up here. A few days later, they were already starting to fall. That's early. And I've already seen, the first weekend of August, I'd already seen Canadian geese starting to flock up in fields heading south for the winter. That ain't good. Not for the 1st of August. I think things are coming early this year. So, don't have time to be farting around. Need to get stuff done. And yeah, you have your little incidentals. I mean, you know, you're going to buy your studding, you're going to buy your sheathing, whatever you do. Then you have screws, nails, etc., etc., etc. Sure, you can buy hand bangers and hand bang everything. That slows you down. A nail gun, cordless tools, power tools, speed you up so much. Now, I'll give you some prices on these nail boxes that I showed you. And you're gonna go, holy crap, you know, that was expensive. But when you think about, that's for 2,000 nails, and you can shoot it with a nail gun, and you're not sitting there having to try and hold your wood together like a bottom plate to a stud. You're not having to hold it, and you're not trying to hold the nail, hammer it, hammer it, hammer it, hammer it. Just line it up, boom, done. You can put 3 nails in less time than it would take to hand bang 1 nail in. Speed. Now, we didn't go out and buy all these fancy tools just to start building a homestead here. A lot of these tools I have had for 10 years, some of them more. Some came from both my grandfathers when they died, came down to me. So, inherited some stuff, and it all incorporates. Yeah, sure, I've bought some new stuff here and there, but we didn't go out and just decide, oh, we're gonna go spend $20,000 and buy a new tractor and go spend another $10,000 and buy all kinds of tools just to be able to do this stuff. So a lot of these tools have been around a while. All right, well, I'm gonna start working on framing out this hole that I'm sitting in. I got 3 of them, and these are for windows. Well, I just framed out this one and test fitting it to make 100% sure the tape measure don't lie, and it fits in there with some room to spare, so that's what we want. So now I'm going to frame out the next 2. So I was telling you about the incidentals. Taking a break here for a second. This box right here, the 2 3/8 galvanized nails, $80 for 2,000 nails. This box right here, same nails except for these are brights, they're not galvanized, $46. These nails right here, the framing nails, 3.5 inch long, brights, non-galvanized, $70. So those 3 boxes, what does that all add up to? You're looking about $200 right there in them 3 boxes. Doesn't take long, I'll tell you. But sure beats the alternative of having to hand bang. Okay, so now we got 1 window hole all tested out in good shape. We'll knock these other 2 out. I might even frame in this other wall that's laying down. It's down, but we were able to pick up this first wall no problem, so a little more weight in this other one shouldn't be a big deal. Just gets that much further ahead for what I have, the big guy. We can stand her up, nail her down, and then get the end wall framed up and get her all nailed together and start sheathing it in and start doing rafters. My windows are made by Matthews Brothers, made in Maine. I like that. The rough dimensions of them for a rough opening need to be 21.5 by 47.5. That is the smallest hole they will fit in. So I'm going 22 by 48. That gives me a half an inch bigger hole all the way around. So on either side, I've got a 1/4 inch all the way around. So for my king stud, I need 25 inches between this stud and the next stud I got to put in, because when I put in my jacks, that's going to suck up another 3 inches. That'll get me down to 22. That's where I want to be. If I put in my king at 22, my window ain't going to fit. All right, so I've marked out 25 inches on my bottom, X'd it off. I know my stud height's 7 foot, so I got to go cut a new stud, throw a stud in, and we'll get her nailed in place. We'll get some cripples cut, get some plates cut, get some jacks cut. We'll put her together. Okay, I got my header in. I'm not filling in the middle. I can reach her up to the top plate there. That'll get stuffed with insulation when insulation time comes. So I've just lost 5.5 inches coming down. That top plate's going to help carry the load of the roof. So now I got to come down 48 inches from there. Get a mark. There it is. I'm not recycling my measurements from the other hole just in case something's changed. Should be the same, but you never know. So I should get about 30 and a half here. Look at that, right on the money. 30 and a half minus 3, so I want 27 and a half. So I'm going to do a double plate here of 2x6, so I'm going to lose 3 more inches coming down. So my cripple studs only want to be 27 and a half. So if I did everything right, when we get done, the top of the plates should be right on that line. Today is a freaking gorgeous day. So the last thing to do, headers in, cripples are in, plates are in. Last thing we gotta do is throw these jack studs in here. This is still 25. So the jacks go between the plate and the header. So they're gonna do two things. They're gonna narrow up the hole to 22, and they're gonna carry the weight of the roof down through the header, onto the stud, the jack stud, down through the plate, down through the cripples, onto the floor stringers. So here they are. I cut them at 48, so they should fit in there. They might be a little snug. We'll see how it goes. The other ones I had to trim just a little whisker to get them in. There we got her. Well, there. Now we got a window hole right there. That's 22 inches by 48 inches. And I know the window will drop right in there when the time comes. All those studs were stacked up in here. These allergies suck. Finally getting some floor space back. When we get the rafters up, all these will be gone. That'll be awesome. Be able to move in here again. Well, I've got the 3 window holes pretty well framed in. All I got left to do was cut some jacks to go up there in the holes, put those in. She'll be done, ready for the morning. I'll take over here where all the spikes are.
Ready? Yep. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, did you just hear that little come out? I can smell that little too. Miranda's way behind. Holy shit, wall fell apart. What? Bottom never got nailed over here. That's why Miranda's way behind over here.
Yeah.
Joint came apart.
Oh, I hate it when joints come apart. You got this, I'll get Mandy.
Yep.
Whoa.
Okay, you've got to come my way.
Yep.
About 1.5 inches.
Okay, let me know when everybody's ready.
1, 2, 3. There we go.
We'll just stay in here and hold the wall. Kind of like standing here holding the wall.
Okay.
Well, that went pretty good. We had that erection. So
I'm not even going to comment.
So the two side walls are up. Now we've got a measurement for the end wall here. We can start framing that together, get that put in, and then get our second top plate up, lock everything all together. Back in the high school days, Dave did a building trades class. So if it gets all screwed up, it's his fault.
He somehow thinks I'm a carpenter. I'm a freaking mechanic.
You took the official class, I didn't. I just went to the school of hard knocks.
Hey, my method's been working so far, hasn't it?
Yep, haven't screwed it up yet.
I can if you'd like.
Oh yeah, I know. Somewhere right there, we're gonna fit in the door.
Either way, I mark it all straight
mark it
so
all.
you can get your jacks and your cripples in the right places. Oh, wait a minute. We got the cripple running the camera.
Thanks. As usual, today's activities are brought to you by solar power. Everything we do as far as running power equipment is powered by the sunshine.
I better move.
Hey Dave,
What?
is there such a thing as ibuprofen overdose?
I think technically, but you ain't had near enough yet.
I might work on it.
Just because you're only at 3/4 of a bottle don't mean shit.
I'm working on it.
YouTube star. Or is that Rumble star?
I don't know.
I guess it's better than a Wrangler star. Oh yeah, much more solid.
You don't anymore.
I'm doing some major cheating here.
When some people's bodies are failing, you do what you gotta do.
Thanks.
And I'm fat and lazy.
Yeah. So I've got cheater blocks there. You can set the beaver puke right on there and away you go. And you don't have to try and hold it, line it up, keep the joint tight, keep everything straight. It just does it by itself.
One wall sheathed,
Well, half of her.
and the lines almost match.
Yeah, so something's wrong because the vertical lines are actually lining up on the studs. I don't know how that happened.
You know, there might be just a freaking whisker here to make go away.
Yeah, well, we'll deal with that when the time comes.
We can make that go away when we put board and batten on.
Yep. We're getting there. Like a bicycle right in the middle of the driveway. Not normal.
We'll see how long that'll last here if that pager goes off.
Come left.
If the pager goes off, you know something? It will become a pile of twisted metal. forgot to put gas in it.
Can't get good help these days.
Nope.
Dave's just been waiting for that moment to do some chainsaw carpentry. So now he's happy. Well, there we got 3 window holes blown open. So now we're gonna see if we can get some sheathing on the front wall or the side wall somewhere. I don't know, wherever we go. See how much we can get done here. He's over checking the smoker again. So in another video, you're gonna see what I'm talking about by the smoker. We got a pork shoulder in there for tonight and something to go in the freezer. But anyway, we're coming along here. You might have noticed as we were going along, we boxed in the corners. So like right here, we got a 2x6 in there. Trying to get that in there now with this front wall in would be impossible. But now when this wall gets covered in tongue and groove, that's the plan anyway, you got something to attach to. So the insulation will go right in behind there in the bay, and then we can hook to it. We got another one right here that went in before this jack stud went in. So it's nailed from the side, it's nailed from the top, so it was nailed before the top top plate went on up there, so it can't twist. And same thing, get insulated in behind, and then the wall is going to come this way, can get attached to that. We've done it a couple more times over here on the exterior wall for the bedroom walls. Well, we're giving up on this for tonight. It's coming on around 1700, so we got a 1.5 sheet over on the back wall, so we can finish that off in the morning and go from there. See you in the morning. The plan in here is to basically make a hallway down this side, going up there, and then have 2 bedrooms, one for me, one for the little boy, and then up in there on the wall of the old camp is just going to be a living room type area. And that's where the there'll be a closet and the potato hole is. Just have some roomy area to be able to throw a couch maybe, or a couple chairs or something. So that's the plan. We'll see how it works out. Well, the walls are completely framed and sheathed. So we're going to get some covering over them and have them ready for rafters next weekend if all goes good. We got These air tools that somebody bought are freaking slick. Air stapler, air finish nailer.
I'm stupid though.
Oh, I know.
Work harder, not smarter.
Oh man, it sure beats having to use a regular staple gun. Don't you want an old-fashioned staple gun?
Hell no.
Yeah, she is. Got the walls all type hard. Flopped over the top, stapled on in good shape. So, I guess we'll catch you on the next one.